just west of Chicago, in a community called Elmhurst. There's a place where you'll grow into a connected thinker and a passionate changemaker, with skills to excel and knowledge that lasts. Elmhurst University. Go far, do well.
everybody, and welcome in to R.A. Fagenhall Hall, where we're set for a CCIW matchup as the Wheaton Thunder take on the Elmhurst Blue Jays, second conference game of the season for both of these teams. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Connor Klingon. We'll be with you all afternoon here from Elmhurst, a doubleheader between Wheaton and Elmhurst. Getting started on the women's side, the Blue Jays come into this one at 6-1, 0-1 in the CCIW. After taking a loss on the road against Augustana. Wheaton at 5-3, 1-0 in conference play. They're coming off a win over Milliken. We're ready for the opening tap. It'll be Sierra Steamer going for Elmhurst. And the tip eventually comes to Alyssa Faberkowski for Wheaton. So the Thunder will start with possession. Wheaton averaging 60 points per game. This is a team that really prides themselves on the defensive end of the floor. They hold their opponents to just 55 points per game. Shot clock under 10 here on the first possession for the Thunder. Grace Kaiser dishes over for Lily Cato, and her jumper doesn't go. Putback attempt and a foul as Annika Richardson went up. So 2 free throws coming here for Richardson. Foul goes on Sierra Steamer. That's her first. First on the Blue Jays as a team. This Elmhurst team had a loss in that CCIW opener, but they've been playing really good basketball overall in the year, averaging nearly 76 points a game. They also lead the CCIW in scoring margin, plus 16 on the year for the Blue Jays. We'll see Elmhurst with the basketball for the first time today. Rowan Cusack with the jumper, and she ties it up. First points of the day for Rowan Cusack, the senior out of Vancouver, Washington. Kate Oliver looking for 3 and hits it. Oliver hasn't shot the 3 that well this season, just at 20%, but 1 for 1 here today, and it's a 5-2 lead for Wheaton. Steamer gives off for Lindsay Novak, the senior out of Romeoville. And they go down low, and a nice finish for 2. Good response there, MC Brown. And Elmhurst within a point. MC Brown averaging just over 6 points per contest coming into this one. Cato, the freshman, gives over to Grace Kaiser, the sophomore from Northfield, Minnesota, as now the Thunder bring it down low, and a good finish there from Lily Cato, the freshman. 7-4, Wheaton ahead here in the early going. Cusack sets up the offense for the Blue Jays, gives over to Novak. Novak around a screen from Steamer. Now Kristen Bukata, the leading scorer for the Blue Jays, looking to get going. Bukata finds her shot and draws a foul. So she'll head to the free throw line for 2. Kristen Bukata averaging over 17 points per game on the season, second in the CCIW in scoring. 72% free throw shooter on the year. Misses the first. Bukata out of Valparaiso, Indiana. She has scored in double figures in every game this season, and she's coming off 26 points in the conference opener at Augustana. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt here from the Blue Jays. Head coach Cameron Tucker setting that up. His first season leading this Elmhurst program, as that 3 is going to go over the backboard out of bounds. It'll be Elmhurst basketball. Wheaton led by head coach Kent Madsen in his 15th season. Bukata on the drive and can't get the roll. Steamer nearly had the offensive rebound, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. Gives an opportunity for the Blue Jays to set up that trap in the backcourt. See if they can force a turnover. Richardson kicks out. Faberowski able to hit the baseline jumper. 9-5, Wheaton ahead. Bukata calling for a screen. Gives over to Cusack. Now Steamer. Down in the low block, off the window and in. Sierra Steamer with her first points of the day. Steamer has been a great presence in the post this season, averaging over 9 points a game and 7 rebounds per contest for the Blue Jays. Short floater in the lane, doesn't go. Tipped around, and an offensive rebound for Grace Kaiser. So another opportunity for the Thunder as Cato nails the three. So now a 12-7 lead for the Thunder. They are 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, as that short shot doesn't go from Cusack. Cato with an easy drive, too strong. And the Blue Jays will take it the other way. MC Brown, foul on the floor. This is going to go against Kate Oliver. That is the second on Oliver. Second team foul against Wheaton. As Alexis Martin will come onto the floor for Wheaton. 6'3" freshman. Actually, check that. Martin, 5'9" senior. Richardson bringing it the other way and whistled for a travel. Just a little bit too quick in transition there for Wheaton. You can see there, took a couple of steps. Officials were on it quickly, and it's a turnover for the Thunder. Cusack on the outside. Around a screen from Steamer. Now Bukata in the right corner. Shot clock winding down, and Bukata with a nice little jumper. 2 more points for her. She's up to 3 on the day. And then a nice deflection on the other end. It will stay Wheaton basketball. And immediate timeout here in this first quarter. We'll stick around here. It's a 12-9 game. Wheaton ahead here in the early going. The Thunder 4 for 8 from the field, and they have knocked down a couple of trays as well. Lily Cato hitting one of those for the Thunder. And also Kate Oliver, another 3 for Wheaton as well. Elmhurst 4 for 7 from the field thus far as well. But the rebounding battle has really gone the way of Wheaton thus far, and that's a little bit surprising because Elmhurst came into this game leading the CCIW with over 44 rebounds per game. Wheaton came in averaging just over 35 per night. But so far, that battle on the boards has gone the way of the Thunder. Just saw Deja Parks check in for the Blue Jays. 6'2" junior out of Chicago. As they kick it over to Kaiser. Faborowski. Over to Cato. Now into the corner. Richardson. Shot clock down to 3 and a travel. That'll give it right back to Elmhurst, and a good defensive possession from the Blue Jays as that shot clock was winding down. Down the lane, and that short jumper doesn't go there from Sierra Gibson. And Wheaton will bring it the other way. Gibson just came on, the junior from River Grove, Illinois. Faborowski up top. Over for Richardson. Her three off target. Offensive rebound. They get it back to Kaiser. Too strong on the baseline jumper, but the officials blew the whistle here. I'm not sure what stopped the play before that shot. Might be a clock issue. Could have been the shot clock. Believe that's what it was. So off the offensive rebound, the shot clock is supposed to reset to 20 seconds, so it's down at 18 right now. As Jenna Hunter has just checked into the game. 5'11" sophomore. As that one was partially blocked, and then a foul over the back going against Wheaton. That'll go on Cato. That's her first. Third team foul on Wheaton in this first quarter. Gibson looking for a screen. Cross-court pass for Bucata. Looking to drive on the baseline, runs into a double team. Dish off pass to Parks, but she can't hit from in close. Elmhurst doing a really nice job defensively, and they force a turnover. Bucata up ahead into the front court, and she gets the runner. Kristen Bucata leading the way with 5 points, and it's a 1-point ball game. Wheaton has not scored in 3 minutes. Elmhurst has really started to shut them down defensively. They go to Hunter in the middle, and she's not able to finish in the post. Elmhurst looking to play quickly here. And what a finish there by Sierra Gibson. Her first points of the day, and Elmhurst is in front. They were trailing 12-7. It's been a 6-0 run here in this first quarter. Three on the way. That's off the back iron, and Gibson comes down with the rebound. Over to Cusack. Kicks out Bucata. Looking for a screen. She gets one. Now a nice dish off in the post, and the bucket goes, plus the foul. And one for the Blue Jays. Let's take another look at this. Good finish there. So MC Brown with a chance for a three-point play. The foul going on Cato. That's her second. Couple of subs coming on. Petra Trumbach came on for Wheaton. Jackalai Ravisi onto the floor for Elmhurst. A little bit of full court pressure here from the Blue Jays. Wheaton able to break the press beautifully, and Jenna Hunter with the finish on the other end. That is textbook right there from the Thunder. 2-point lead for the Blue Jays. Bucata spinning her way. Oh, what a pass! And Sierra Steamer right there. What a play by Bucata, setting that up with the assist. Now Wheaton looks to respond on the other end. Baseline jumper too strong, tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Wheaton with 1:26 left in this first quarter. The Thunder 1 for their last 8 from the field as Bukata's going to get a breather. Rowan Cusack back into the game for the Blue Jays. Oh, another nice pass down low. And Alexis Martin able to get the 2. There have been some great passes on both ends of the floor the last couple of minutes of this game. Steamer sets a screen there for Gibson. And Gibson tried to put it off the glass. Rebound comes to Steamer. Didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock didn't reset. And then a turnover for the Blue Jays. That is the first turnover of the game for Elmhurst. They have been playing some very clean basketball here in this first quarter. About a 23-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so a chance for a 2-for-1 for Wheaton, but a block there by Steamer. It'll stay Wheaton ball with 14 on the timer. 36 seconds left in the quarter, but this is a really nice block there by Steamer. Hunter gets it over for Richardson. She'll try a 3, too strong with it. And it'll go out of bounds. Elmhurst basketball. Shot clock is off here with 29.7 to go in the first quarter, so the Blue Jays can hold for the last shot of this opening quarter. Elmhurst was trailing 12-7. They've been playing a lot better since that point. Shooting 57% in this quarter. Cusack waiting to set everything up. Under 10 seconds left in the quarter now. Cusack scoops it up, doesn't fall. Rebound battled for, loose on the floor, out of bounds. It'll be Wheaton ball with .1. Oh, they'll say Elmhurst ball. It was initially signaled it was going the way of the Thunder. It'll be Elmhurst ball with .1 on the clock. So the Blue Jays will have to just try to tip this up or toss it up immediately as soon as they can. Ravizzi will inbound. Goes in for Steamer, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 18-16, Elmhurst ahead after 1. Was an exciting first quarter between these two teams, a couple of local rivals, and it's 18-16, the Blue Jays ahead after 1. Here on a nice Saturday afternoon at R.A. Fagenal Hall. Taking a look at some of the numbers from that first quarter. Kristen Bukata and MC Brown both with 5 points for the Blue Jays. On the other side for Wheaton, Lily Cato with 5 points. 3 rebounds for her as well. Kate Oliver with 3 points. Annika Richardson, Alexis Martin, and Alyssa Faberkowski each with 2. Sierra Steamer had 4 points in that first quarter for the Blue Jays. Sierra Gibson with a couple points. Rowan Cusack with 2 as well. Blue Jays are shooting 53% from the field. Have not attempted a 3. That's something that hasn't been the strength of this Blue Jays team. They like to score the majority of their points in the paint. Wheaton started that first quarter 2 for 3 from the outside. They ended the first quarter 2 for 7, so ended up missing their last 4 shots from 3. Elmhurst will start with the basketball here in quarter number 2. As they get it into Bukata. Defended there by Trumbach. Bukata works into the right corner. Now forcing her way into the lane, but loses the basketball. Trumbach with the steal. And the Thunder will set up their offense on the other end of the floor. Free throw line jumper. That's pure from Jenna Hunter. And we're even at 18. And a turnover there for the Blue Jays. Will give it right back to Wheaton. Just the second turnover of the game for the Blue Jays. Wheaton had 3 turnovers in that first quarter, but they did show an ability in the second half of the quarter to really break this press from the Blue Jays. And they're able to get it over half court here with Faberkowski. Hunter into the corner. And it's stolen away by Steamer. Blue Jays look to push ahead. Cusack goes down low for Steamer, and she can't quite finish from in close. Trumbach kicks outside. Now Richardson going to work. In and out. Steamer grabs the rebound. And Bukata kicks back outside. Brown off the glass, too strong. And a little bit of a cold shooting start to this second quarter for both teams. Elmhurst 0 for 3 so far in the second quarter from the field. Baseline drive, up high, doesn't go. Offensive rebound and a foul on the floor. This will go against Elmhurst. It'll go on MC Brown. That's her first team foul on the Blue Jays here in the second quarter. As Dee DeLippe comes back on for the Blue Jays, as well as Maya Lewers. First time we've seen Lewers in this ball game. They go down low, and a nice score there for Kate Oliver. Wheaton back in front. Lewers all the way down the floor. She's fouled as she goes up. 2 free throws coming here. That foul went on Kate Oliver, so she's now picked up 3, and Oliver is going to have to head to the bench likely for the rest of this first half as Lewers makes the first free throw. Second free throw good as well for Lewers, as Oliver will now head to the bench with those 3 fouls. And Alexis Martin comes back on for Wheaton. Trumbach has it stolen. Cusack and a reach-in foul. Looks like it was Faberowski. That's the first on Faberowski. Second team foul on Wheaton here in the second quarter. Lewers tries to drive the baseline, and she's fouled. And it'll be 2 more free throws coming here for Maya Lewers, who was just able to hit 2 at the line. Foul there goes on Grace Kaiser. That's her first, 3rd team foul on Wheaton in the second quarter. As we just saw Deja Parks come back on for the Blue Jays. And Lewers hits the first free throw. Second free throw also good. So Maya Lewers 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And Elmhurst ahead by 2. Cross-court pass over to Kaiser. Now Richardson, who's averaging 15 points a game, over for Faberkowski. Shot clock under 10. Try to go down low, and a foul on the floor. That'll go on Deja Parks. That's her first foul. Trumbach. Long baseline 2 there from Martin, doesn't go, and lures the rebound. Maya Lures on the outside. Shot clock winding down, under 10. Lures tried to kick it back out. Deflection there for the Thunder. It'll stay with Elmhurst. Sierra Steamer will come back on for Parks. This is just the third game of the year that Parks has appeared in. DeLepe hands off there for Cusack. Pull-up jumper in and out. Steamer with the offensive rebound. Trying to go back up, and a jump ball. And the possession arrow will give it to Wheaton. So it'll be Thunder basketball. Each team with 4 points here in this second quarter. Saw at one point Wheaton had the 12-7 lead. But since Elmhurst was able to come back and take the lead, this has just been a really tight ball game. And a foul along the sideline. That'll go on DeLepe. First on DeLepe, third on Elmhurst as a team here in the second quarter. As Sierra Gibson comes back on for the Blue Jays. Gibson with a couple of points so far in this one. Richardson now into the corner. That three doesn't go from Faberkowski, but an offensive rebound. Try another three, this time Kaiser, and she buries it. Grace Kaiser puts Wheaton back in front. Fourth made three of the season for Kaiser. Bukata thought about it on the other side. Kicks out into the corner. Gibson, that's in and out. DeLepe nearly had the offensive rebound, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Wheaton basketball. Faberkowski will inbound here with Wheaton ahead by 1. 5 minutes to go in the first half. The Thunder at 5-3, 1-0 in conference play after they picked up a win over Milliken. And it'll be Elmhurst ball after the turnover. And that'll bring us to immediate timeout. We're going to stick around here on the broadcast. Has not been the second quarter either team would like after a relatively high-scoring first quarter. It was 18-16 Elmhurst in the opening quarter. So far, Wheaton outscoring the Blue Jays 7-4 here in the second quarter. It's been a lot of balanced scoring in this ball game. No player with more than 5 points. 7 different players have scored for the Thunder. 6 different players have scored for the Blue Jays. But these are two teams looking to play different style of basketball. Wheaton trying to shoot the three a little bit more. 9 threes attempted for the Thunder. They've been able to hit 3, but the big surprise in this game so far, Wheaton winning the battle on the glass. 16 rebounds for the Thunder, only 10 for Elmhurst. And Elmhurst came into this game leading the conference with over 44 rebounds per game. Give credit to the job Wheaton's been doing on the boards. Lily Cadow with 3 rebounds. Alexis Martin also with 3 rebounds for the Thunder. As Cusack will set up the offense here for the Blue Jays. Bukata on the right side. As Cusack had it tipped away into the backcourt. Has to kick back out. That 3 doesn't go, but an offensive rebound. Cusack stolen away, though, by the Thunder. Wheaton getting a good read on that pass. Faborowski sets up the offense. Down to Richardson. She had it partially blocked, tipped, and nearly saved, but it goes to the Blue Jays. Now they've got a transition opportunity the other way. Pull-up jumper, that's short. Comes to Bukata, and she puts it up and in. Elmhurst back in front. And Bukata nearly stole it away. Thunder able to hold on to it. Kaiser open in the corner, and she nails the 3. Grace Kaiser with another one. Her second made 3 of the ball game. 26-24 Wheaton. See what the Blue Jays can do against this zone look from the Thunder. Bukata open for 3, off target, but an offensive rebound. Didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock winding down. They kick out to Cusack. She'll try a 3. That doesn't go, but another offensive rebound. Jump ball. It's going to stay with Elmhurst. So they've got the possession arrow. As Lindsay Novak will check back in. Bukata heads to the bench. Here's Novak. Works it over for Gibson. Now Cusack. Shot clock starting to wind down. Novak for 3. Doesn't fall. But what an effort by Steamer for the rebound. Another chance for the Blue Jays. Novak will try again, and that one doesn't fall. What an effort nearly to save it, but out of bounds. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Believe they called a foul there. Or at least saying Hunter. Yeah, it was Hunter charged with a foul for a push near the bench. So that gives Elmhurst another opportunity on this end of the floor. And a couple of offensive rebounds and now a foul. Gibson into traffic and a travel. A little bit of contact at the end of that play, but a travel before any foul on either side. Could have been a charge. Looked like Jenna Hunter was in good position. It's a 2-point lead for Wheaton. Richardson kicks outside. Cross-court pass for Kaiser. Now Hunter down low. Back to Kaiser looking for another one, and she's got it. Grace Kaiser is lighting it up from downtown. Her third 3 of the game, and she's leading all scorers with 9 points. A 6-0 run for the Thunder, both on Grace Kaiser 3s. Now the Blue Jays looking for a response here. Nearly stolen. Back out to Gibson, and she hits the 3. First made 3 of the ball game for the Blue Jays, and they're back within 2. Kaiser, though, wide open on the baseline. Give her 11 on the ball game. She came into this one averaging just over 5 points per game. What a first half she's had. Just about a minute left in this first half. Gibson on the drive, off the window and in. Good finish by Sierra Gibson, and she's up to 7 points on the ball game. At a 21-second difference between the game clock and shot clock is a foul called. Looked like Steamer had the block, but a lot of contact there. As Bukata will come back on for the Blue Jays. Last foul went on Sulika Ely, who had just come in. And Natalie Hardy coming out of the floor for the first time today for the Blue Jays. 5'6" sophomore out of Eureka, Missouri. As the free throw goes for Jenna Hunter. Hunter, the 5'11" sophomore, Piatone, Illinois. Able to make both free throws, so a 4-point lead for Wheaton. Elmhurst looking for a quick bucket, potential 2 for 1. 3 on the way, and that goes. Natalie Hardy, just off the bench, hits the 3. 1-point game, shot clock is off, so Wheaton can hold for the final shot of this first half, but they got to be able to get it over half court, and they do. Richardson down the lane, too strong. And the Blue Jays have the rebound. Now Bukata will settle it down as Elmhurst can hold for the last shot of this first half. Down to 5 seconds left. Hardy back to Bukata, a deep 3, nearly had it, but couldn't quite get it to go down, and that'll do it for the first half. An exciting first half between Wheaton and Elmhurst. The Thunder with a 1-point lead, 33-32, but that was a back-and-forth first half. Elmhurst had the lead at some points. Wheaton led by as many as 5, but ultimately it is a 1-point lead for the Thunder as we head to the half here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. We'll go down to the floor. We're going to have some performances by the Elmhurst cheerleading and dance teams coming shortly. Well, we'll wait for them to get set up for a moment. Now, leading the way, Kristen Bukata, Sierra Gibson, each with 7 points for Elmhurst. But now, let's go down to the floor where the Elmhurst University Palms team is set to perform.
Is it only you for both games? Do you need one for men's? Yeah, I'm doing men's. Do you need a post-game interview? Yeah, okay.
My name is Danielle Corliss, and I am in Elmhurst University's online MENP program. I believe that nursing is a calling. If you have an interest in healthcare, this is a very diverse field to go into, and you have a lot of options on what areas you want to work. I'm really excited to be a clinical nurse leader because there is a strong possibility to improve patient outcomes and improving the conditions that nurses and other medical professionals work in. I really hope to impact the lower income or underserved communities. Coming from Kentucky, where I was an EMT, and then even in my clinicals here in the Chicagoland area, there are a lot of underserved communities and they don't have access to the proper health resources. And I feel like focusing on those lower income, underserved communities can really help the healthcare system in general, but can also improve the overall health in these populations. My favorite part of this program has definitely been the clinicals. So my big aha moment during this program was during my critical care rotation. I was at a Trauma 1 center in Chicagoland area, which was a very great experience. And working in the ICU and in the ED, that's when I really knew this is what I wanted to do. Listening to my classmates and my friends talk about their experiences in clinical has been a really exciting experience, just to hear that they're doing well and that they're having the experience that we all hoped for, and that we're able to put the knowledge that we've learned in class into the actual setting and into the real world with real patients. It's very exciting because we're almost at the finish line. It's a very proud moment for us.
After my undergrad here, I was working kind of locally with a couple former alumni in kind of a business setting, and so I was kind of interested by that. And then to get this degree was a huge opportunity for me and something that I just couldn't pass up. From the first class, a couple classes, the instructors brought a lot of their personal experiences in. So it was a lot less of like, hey, let's just read the book, let's go over the text. It was more like what they brought to the table, what they've learned in their careers. And for me, that was huge because being in the small size class, having an instructor that's going to be more engaging, it just made for a better overall experience. I was always looking for something that was going to be data driven. I was really interested in some of the storytelling that we did with the marketing class. So in my career currently, I'm an insights manager at a market research firm. Having the opportunity to specialize in something made it easier for me to narrow in on an industry. When I transitioned from the MBA program into my role now, I felt like I could take on things right away and hit the ground running. It's not only getting the degree and using it to elevate your career, but I learned a lot about myself as far as being challenged and stretched to be able to balance, coaching and classwork and a job and, relationships, friends and family and things outside of that. That was so unique to me, and to anyone that's considering this, absolutely do it. Yes, it's going to be hard. Anything worth having is going to be hard, but you learn a lot about yourself by doing it.
When I graduated in 2020 with my undergrad, I knew I wanted to continue my education. It was a natural choice to come back to Elmhurst. I had grown to know and love the faculty, the students, the environment, the curriculum, the flexibility behind the MBA program. Since I didn't really have a specialization, I took that time to take entrepreneurial classes, marketing classes, to see which path I really wanted to take. And in doing so, that allowed me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do afterwards. An exciting thing that the MBA has enabled me to do, I have two different perspectives, one of my own obviously, but also from my profession. I do talent acquisition, so I'm able to review resumes and applications of people who have and do not have master's degrees or MBAs, so I know the real life implications of having an MBA. For myself, it just allowed me the opportunity to take that extra step in my education and help to understand which direction I wanted to go. If you're looking for an opportunity to connect with others, to build networks, this is a great opportunity to do that. There's a small class size. They focus on team building and projects revolved around that. So Elmhurst gives you that opportunity to, not only see what you're good at, maybe learn from others and see how they work and how they work with others and how you could maybe expand upon that. If it wasn't for Elmhurst, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
My name is Ricky Franks. I'm a part of the Accelerated Master's Entry Nursing Program here at Elmhurst University. What drove me to choose Elmhurst is the flexibility of the program. With this accelerated program, you're allowed to start right after your bachelor's degree in any other field that you've been in. So after this, we'll have our MSNs, and then after that, if you want to pursue your career more and become a doctorate or a nurse practitioner, then you can just get your certificate. The best part that stands out to me of this program is just the relationships that I built over the time that I've been here and the opportunities and experiences I've had through clinicals. We've had all of the clinicals, so we have pediatrics, OB. It really just opens up the opportunity to experience. During those clinicals, you're able to really practice the skills that you're learning and just really facilitate that compassion to your patients. It really just made me decide that I really wanted to go into mental health. It really solidified that decision. Now I have been accepted to a post-certificate program for mental health, and I want to be a nurse practitioner after that, which is just underneath a year. I really want to advocate for patients, people who don't really have voices in those vulnerable populations. I really just want to make sure that they're heard and that they're cared for in the way that they should be.
Transformative education happens not just in classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
Throughout the university's history, our gymnasiums and playing fields have been the sites of wins and losses, but also of lifelong friendships formed and lifetime lessons learned.
If I could send a message to the donors, I'd thank them for everything, because I do everything that I do on this court because of them. I'm able to use these facilities to the best of my ability, and I'm able to do well in sports and academics because of them.
The cohort model is actually really wonderful because you get to meet lots of different people from all different backgrounds, all different ages.
Everybody's unique in their own way, where we express our ideas and we learn different things from each other.
I didn't really kind of realize how helpful it was going to be, how much I would rely in my classmates.
We all are able to reach out to each other to help each other. Nobody's like left in the dark. We all learn together that way, and so it helps us all succeed together and makes us happier about each other's successes as we move on.
It actually has become a support system for me.
I had a few wonderful classes that gave me some real world experience.
One of my classes entailed going through a simulation. It makes you collaborate with other people in your cohort. And it just makes it more engaging.
I got a chance to have an internship. They liked me so much that they offered me a contract.
I was able to get an internship. It did help me find that that might not be the right path for me, but at least with a business administration degree from Elmhurst, it matches a lot of roles more than just one thing, so it's very versatile.
Being a military-friendly school was a big part of why I selected Elmhurst.
Military benefits actually helped me completely with my education, as I wouldn't have gone back to school if it hadn't been for the military benefits.
By being able to use the GI Bill at Elmhurst, I was able to really just focus on my education and doing well in the program versus having to worry about the financial aspects of paying for school.
It was seamless and easy to process. They also are part of the Yellow Ribbon program, which helped make up the difference for the cost that the GI Bill did not.
Welcome back to RA Fagenal Hall. About ready to get the second half underway. Wheaton leading Elmhurst 33-32. First game of our doubleheader this afternoon. Connor Klingen here with you. And it was a tightly contested first half between these two teams. Shooting percentage just about even. Wheaton shooting 40% in the first half. Elmhurst at 39%. But the Thunder able to hit 5 threes in that first half. Grace Kaiser 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. She had 11 points in that first half. It's Sierra Gibson leading the way for Elmhurst with 7 points, along with Kristen Bukata, each of them with 7 points for the Blue Jays. And Wheaton will start with a basketball. The two teams will switch sides in terms of the basket they're shooting at here in the second half. And the Thunder with the ball here to start the third quarter. Kaiser dishes for Richardson, and she lost it. Bukata pushing ahead the other way. Cross-court pass, Novak open three, doesn't fall. Offensive rebound, MC Brown, and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming here for Brown, as the foul went on Grace Kaiser. That's the second on Kaiser, first team foul on Wheaton here in the third quarter. MC Brown averaging just over 6 points and 6 rebounds per game. Has 5 points, 3 boards so far today. Misses the first free throw. Elmhurst shooting just below 70% from the free throw line as a team this season, as the second goes for Brown. And we're all even at 33. The largest lead for either team was 5 points. That was when Wheaton led 12-7. Fabarowski up to the top of the key. Go to Kaiser at the free throw line. Kick back outside. Shot clock winding down to 3. Nearly stolen, and a shot clock violation on Wheaton. It'll be Elmhurst basketball. What a defensive possession for the Blue Jays. The defense has been very good for Elmhurst this year, holding opponents under 60 points per game. As Cusack into the lane. Now Bukata tried to kick it outside, and then a turnover will give it to Wheaton. 6th turnover of the ball game for the Blue Jays. But they will set up some of that pressure in the backcourt. And nearly stolen by Steamer. Seems like the Blue Jays, led by their head coach Cameron Tucker, have ramped up the defensive intensity here in the second half. Corner 3 on the way, too strong, and a foul on that battle for the rebound. It's going to go on Bukata. Let's take another look at this. Yeah, it looks like hooked that arm around Kaiser. That's the first foul on Bukata. So Wheaton will inbound on the baseline. But a turnover there for the Thunder. They were trying to get it to Richardson, and the pass sailed a little bit there on Fabarowski. So we remain tied at 33. Elmhurst has the lone point of this second half, coming at the free throw line from MC Brown. Here's Bukata. Shot clock down to 5. Bukata has to put it up. A spin move, and the floater goes. What a bucket by Kristen Bukata. She's up to 9 points, and Elmhurst back in front, 35-33. Zone defense here for the Blue Jays. Cross-court pass. Now they go down low. And unable to finish, Kate Oliver. Now Cusick. Up ahead for Novak. Back over for Bukata on the right wing. She's feeling it now, and she's got 2 more. Kristen Bukata up to 11 points, and she scored 4 straight. Bukata coming off that 26-point performance against Augustana. As that baseline jumper rattles home for Faborowski. And a block there for Wheaton as they're able to take it away. 37-35, Elmhurst in front. Faborowski looking for another bucket. That one doesn't go, and Steamer grabs the rebound. Cusack will set up the offense for the Blue Jays. Steamer down low, wide open, MC Brown. And now Cusack able to poke it away. Goes to Bukata. Kicks out for Cusack. Now to Steamer down the lane with the roll. 41-35, and Kent Madsen will take a timeout for Wheaton as Elmhurst has its largest lead of the day, 41-35. Well, Elmhurst doing a great job on the defensive end, forcing turnovers, leading to some transition buckets. Blue Jays have scored 11 points off of 10 Wheaton turnovers. And the Blue Jays also now starting to control the boards a little bit, 21-17. Elmhurst leading the rebounding battle. Blue Jays have hit each of their last 4 shots from the field. It's been an 8-3 start. Check that, a 9-2 run for Elmhurst to start this second half. So Coach Madsen for Wheaton trying to stop the momentum here for the Blue Jays. Richardson will inbound here from the baseline. Good defensive pressure here from the Blue Jays. Faborowski over to Richardson. Shot clock under 10. Oliver will try and hits the jumper, a long 2. Blue Jays tried to push it ahead quickly, tipped out of bounds there by Cadow. Into Bukata, and she scores once again. 13 points for Kristen Bukata. 6 of 10 from the floor, and it's stolen away by Brown. Now Steamer running down the lane. She's fouled from behind. 2 free throws coming for Sierra Steamer. Foul goes on Richardson. That's her first. Second on Wheaton as a team in the third quarter. Steamer misses the first free throw. Second one goes. As Deja Parks will check back in for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst able to set up that pressure now, a 7-point lead. That's the largest of the day. Cadow and a travel. Was trying to find some room against a double team, ended up walking with it. That's the 12th turnover for Wheaton as Alexis Martin comes back onto the floor for the Thunder. D. DeLippe to inbound here for the Blue Jays. It's in for Cusack. Here's Bukata. Facing some pressure, gets it across for Gibson. Now Cusack. Shot clock winding down here for Bukata. Cusack, an open three. No. Gibson, the offensive rebound. That doesn't fall. Bukata, another chance, and she's fouled. No, a jump ball. It'll be Elmhurst basketball, though, on the jump ball. That's about as good of a look as the Blue Jays could get there. And it'll be our media timeout for the third quarter. We'll stay right here. Elmhurst outscoring Wheaton 12-4 in this third quarter. Blue Jays are 5 for 8 from the field here in the third quarter. They've also hit a couple of free throws. And most importantly, they have forced 6 turnovers from the Thunder. That defensive pressure has given Wheaton some problems. And the Blue Jays have been able to create a little bit of separation here. Elmhurst has scored 24 points in the paint compared to 12 for Wheaton. And that was a little bit surprising in the first half to see that the Thunder had the edge on the rebounding battle. The Blue Jays, as they have done for most of the season, have taken over the lead in that category. As both teams are just about ready to go. 4:22 left in the third quarter and a 7-point lead for the Blue Jays. They get it into Parks. Deja Parks looking for a pass out. Able to get it to Gibson. And she'll dribble back out. Shot clock down to 5. Tipped around. Cusack trying a 3. Doesn't go. Parks. And a shot clock violation. That'll give it to Wheaton. Blue Jays will set up the press once again. That 2-2-1 trap for the Blue Jays. And Wheaton able to break it eventually. Oliver up top for Faborowski. And Wheaton having trouble getting anything going. As now Parks with the block, another opportunity, but a foul right at the shot clock buzzer. Looked like Alexis Martin, who had the offensive rebound, and now 2 free throws coming for her. As she was fouled by Gibson, who picks up her first. Akalaya Ravisi back onto the floor, as well as Sierra Steamer for the Blue Jays. As the first free throw goes for Alexis Martin. Second free throw good as well. So back to a 5-point game. Gibson over for Ravisi. Brown trying to go down low to Steamer, and it's turned over. Fabarowski bringing it the other way. Oliver looking for a pass and a reach-in foul against the Blue Jays. That'll go on Gibson, her second foul. And Gibson will head to the bench. Lindsay Novak coming back on. 5'4" senior from Romeoville. Baseline jumper is pure. Alexis Martin. And Wheaton back within 3 points. Ravisi. Now Brown an open three. Doesn't go, and the rebound to Fabarowski. Scoring drought of over 2.5 minutes for Elmhurst, and that has allowed Wheaton to get back this game back into a one-possession contest. And now down low, a nice cut, Jenna Hunter, and it's a 1-point ball game. Novak looking for three, in and out. And a rebound for the Thunder, trying to get it out of the corner. Oliver nearly lost it. Elmhurst keeping the pressure on, and a 10-second violation in the backcourt. Great job defensively by the Blue Jays. As Natalie Hardy comes back on. Brown will go to the bench. It's been a 6-0 run for Wheaton, as Elmhurst has missed each of their last 5 shots. Now to the outside, that three goes. Lindsay Novak. Novak with her first points of the day. Kaiser facing that intense pressure from the Blue Jays. And now it's stolen away. Here comes Bukata. And right back to her, she's fouled. Good job with the 2-on-1 there by Bukata and Ravisi in transition. So 2 shots coming here for Kristen Bukata. She's got 13 points today. Makes the first. Second free throw also good. And Bukata will head to the bench. Get a quick breather. 49-43, 6-point lead for the Blue Jays. Cameron Tucker doing a good job using the bench. 12 players have been on the floor today for the Blue Jays. Here's a reach-in foul coming against Elmhurst. Foul goes on Novak. That's her first, 4th on the Blue Jays as a team in the third quarter. So with the next foul, Wheaton will be at the free throw line. Nearly stolen, poked around, and eventually it is stolen. Ravisi over to Novak. Now Steamer going to work in the posts. That doesn't go. Fabarowski looking to get it out of the backcourt. And that pass up ahead, another turnover for Wheaton. The turnovers have been a big key in this basketball game. 16 of them for the Thunder. They came into this game averaging just over 14 per contest. But Elmhurst does a great job with that defensive pressure. They force over 22 turnovers per game from their opponents. So Ravisi kicks it out. About a 14-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Hardy for three, and she's got another one. Natalie Hardy with her second three of the game, and it's a 9-point lead for the Blue Jays. An 8-0 run following the 6-0 run by Wheaton. Faborowski, 8 seconds left in the quarter, stolen by Hardy. Down to 3 seconds. Novak for three. No, it's short. And that'll do it for the third quarter. And what a third quarter that was for the Elmhurst Blue Jays. The defensive pressure forcing turnovers, and Elmhurst ahead by 9 points. They close out that third quarter on an 8-0 run. Really nice response by the Blue Jays after Wheaton cut it to a 1-point lead. An 8-0 run gets it to a 9-point advantage for Elmhurst as Cameron Tucker and company get ready for the fourth quarter. But Wheaton will definitely have an opportunity to come back in this fourth quarter. The key for the Thunder is just making sure they can cleanly get the basketball over half court, dealing with that pressure from the Blue Jays. The Thunder have shot the three pretty well, 5 for 12. And you can imagine they'll be attempting a few more in this fourth quarter, trailing by 9 points right now. So we're ready to get the fourth quarter started. It'll be Wheaton basketball. Annika Richardson will inbound. Elmhurst looking for their first CCIW win of the year. Wheaton trying to avoid their first loss in conference play this season. It's the second conference game of the year for both of these teams. Cadow with the baseline runner. Bukata down to Steamer. Nice pass and one. Sierra Steamer looking for the three-point play and set up on a really nice pass from Kristen Bukata. As Bukata picked up her 5th assist of the game. Steamer at the free throw line with a chance to get into double figures. And misses the free throw, tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Elmhurst basketball. That was a miscue by the Thunder. I think they didn't realize it was to complete a three-point play. It was a little lackadaisical after the missed shot. And this gives Elmhurst a chance at a 4-point or maybe even a 5-point possession. Now Steamer off the glass and in. And a 4-point possession for the Blue Jays. That could be a big swing here. Now an 11-point lead, and it's stolen by Hardy. Natalie Hardy is fouled as she went up. That's going to go on Richardson. That's her third foul. And 2 free throws here for Natalie Hardy. And Hardy makes the free throw. She's at 7 points now. That ties her season high she had against Alverno on November 22nd. And make it 8 points. 13-point lead for Elmhurst. They outscored Wheaton 20-10 in the third quarter. They've outscored the Thunder 6-2 so far here in the fourth quarter. And that three partially blocked by Cusack. Tipped around, and on the floor, a foul called. That's going to go on Hardy, her first. First team foul on the Blue Jays in this game. Off the glass, too strong from Trumbach, but the putback goes. Jenna Hunter there. It's an 11-point game. Cusack, Hardy looking for another one. Yes! What a ball game for Natalie Hardy. 3 for 3 from downtown and a 14-point lead for the Blue Jays. Another turnover for Wheaton. And that has been the story of this second half for the Thunder. Just having difficulty dealing with this defensive pressure from the Blue Jays. Elmhurst was trailing by 1 at halftime. They have outscored Wheaton 29-14 in the second half. Novak to Steamer. Across the court, Cusack. Novak thought about it. Goes to Hardy instead. Now Bukata looking for a screen. Shot clock winding down. Left to 3 seconds in the corner. Novak's three doesn't go, but Steamer the rebound. And another chance here for Elmhurst, but it's stolen away. Trumbach with the steal. Bukata dives for it, but it's going to stay with Wheaton. That just shows the kind of effort, kind of player that Kristen Bukata is. Just giving everything, trying to steal away that basketball. It's going to stay with Wheaton, though. Grace Kaiser will come back into the game for the Thunder, and you have to imagine Wheaton will try to get her some looks from the outside. 3 for 3 shooting, but just a miscue. And at this point for Wheaton, it's been some unforced turnovers, but you do have to credit just the presence of Elmhurst defensively. It's starting to make Wheaton think a little bit more about every single pass. 20 turnovers in this ball game. Hardy, that goes off the foot of Steamer, and it's stolen away by Kaiser. Corner three, too strong. Offensive rebound, put back up and in by Jenna Hunter. Hunter now up to 12 points on the ball game. 61-49, a 12-point lead for the Blue Jays. They'll take their time with this 12-point lead, but still a lot of ball game left. Hardy down to Steamer. Had her shot affected there by Hunter. Kaiser comes away with it for Oliver. Big possession here for the Thunder, trying to claw their way back in this one. Down to Oliver. She'll dribble it back out. And stolen away there by Hardy. Yet another turnover for Wheaton, and that is the 11th steal of the game for the Blue Jays. Shot clock under 10. Hardy, Steamer has good position, but can't quite finish. Bukata came flying in and got it back over to Steamer. Hopefully she's all right. Bukata a little bit slow to get up. Steamer had it ripped away. Cadow bringing it ahead. Now Faborowski, and a foul on Cusack coming here. That's the first on Cusack. Second on Elmhurst as a team here in the fourth quarter. MC Brown coming back on, as well as D. DeLippe for the Blue Jays. Trumbach kicks it back out, Oliver. Free throw line jumper rattles home for Richardson. That is her first made field goal of the day. Annika Richardson, who came into this one averaging 15 points a game. She's got 4 points. Her other 2 came at the free throw line. Bukata cross-court pass. Down low, DeLippe off the window and in. .12-point lead as Richardson had it tipped there by Bukata. It's going to stay with the Thunder. And it'll be immediate timeout here with 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. 12-point lead for the Blue Jays, and much of it coming via Wheaton turnovers, 21 turnovers, and Elmhurst has scored 22 points off those turnovers. And the points in the paint, 30 for the Blue Jays, just 20 for the Thunder. So the Blue Jays will try to hold on, look to improve to 7-1. Defense and rebounding have been the recipe for success this year for the Blue Jays, and that has been the case today. Winning on the glass and also getting it done at the free throw line. Blue Jays have attempted 16 free throws. They're 12 of 16. Wheaton has only attempted 6. They are 6 for 6 at the charity stripe. It'll be Wheaton basketball as the Thunder try to come back in this one. They led by 1 point at the half, and another turnover for Wheaton. That is now 22 in the game. Here's Hardy on the outside. Nearly stolen, but it ends up with Bukata. Shot clock winding down. Bukata's fouled and scoops it home. What a finish by Kristen Bukata. Somehow she got this to go as she was fouled by Alexis Martin, and a chance for a three-point play for Bukata, who has 17 points. And make it 18 as she hits the free throw. Another outstanding performance from Kristen Bukata after she had 26 in the conference opener at Augustana and a kicked ball on Steamer. It's going to be Wheaton basketball. Mid-range jumper too strong, and Hardy comes down with the rebound for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst will take their time here with a 15-point advantage. Cusack will dribble it back out. Steamer across the court for Hardy. Tried to go down to Brown, has to put it up from the corner, and an air ball and a shot clock violation. We'll give it to Wheaton. And it's stolen by Bukata. Goes right back up and in. And give her 20 on the day. Another 20-point game for Kristen Bukata. That's now back-to-back 20-point performances to open up conference play. As it's stolen by Fabarowski. And it leads to an easy 2 for Kate Oliver. Kent Madsen will take a timeout with Wheaton trailing by 15. It has been fun to watch the sophomore Kristen Bukata with another 20-point game, her third of the season. She scored 27 points in the season opener against Rockford, had 26 against Augustana earlier this week, and she's making a case for CCIW Player of the Week with these two performances. She has been incredibly efficient, 8 for 12 from the field, 5 assists, couple of rebounds as well, and only 1 turnover for Bukata. Rowan Cusack at the point guard spot with 4 assists, only 1 turnover for her as well. Nearly stolen. It's going to stay here with the Blue Jays. Also have Natalie Hardy. What a performance for her off the bench. She has not missed a shot. 3 for 3 from 3. A couple of made free throws as well for Natalie Hardy. Now it's loose on the floor. Jump ball. It's going to stay here with Elmhurst as Bukata will inbound. Actually, it'll be Cusack to inbound here with 8 on the timer. Shot clock winding down. Bukata has to put it up. And a shot clock violation, the call, as that hits off the backboard, didn't get any of the rim. And now Wheaton basketball. Blue Jays still keeping on that pressure. It's led to a number of Wheaton turnovers in this game, and cutting down the lane, Jenna Hunter. She's had a really strong performance today. 14 points for Hunter, as well as 4 rebounds. Cusack kicks out. Hardy looking for another 3. That's too strong. And the rebound comes to the Thunder. "13-point game. And now Hardy strips it away. Up to Cusack in the front court, and she can't finish the lay-in, but a foul called as Bukata went down to the floor. Hopefully she's all right. That foul going on Alexis Martin. Actually went on Fabarowski. That's her second. 4th on Wheaton as a team here in the 4th quarter, as it's going to stay here with the Blue Jays. And a turnover here for Elmhurst will give it right back to Wheaton with just about 90 seconds to play here. And the Blue Jays keeping up that defensive intensity. It's a Wheaton team that has shown the ability to hit some threes, and they need to make some in quick succession here. Trailing by 13. Oliver going to work against Steamer, and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming for Kate Oliver. That's the second foul on Steamer. As Oliver misses the first free throw. Kristen Bukata standing over near the bench. She'll remain out there. Blue Jays get it into her. And Bukata dribbling it up the floor, smartly dribbles it back out so that the Blue Jays can drain some more time off the clock with this 12-point lead. Bukata down the lane, doesn't go. Steamer with the putback attempt, that doesn't fall either, and Oliver pushes ahead for Wheaton. Kate Oliver down to Hunter, and she's got 2 more. Jenna Hunter with 16 points. Now Hunter has definitely been a bright spot for the Thunder in this game. Now up to 16 points. And that is a career high for Jenna Hunter. She had 14 last year in the game against Wisconsin Oshkosh. It has been a 7-0 run for Wheaton after Elmhurst got the lead up to 17 points. So I think for Cameron Tucker, wants to tell his team, you got to close out the game strong. Still definitely looks like the Blue Jays will be able to hold on here. But a lot of times, get later in the season, it might not be 17 points of breathing room. So these are the kind of situations as a coach you want to make sure your team's prepared for, as timeout is called by Coach Tucker after taking a look at the defensive setup there for Wheaton. Blue Jays have not scored in the last 2.5 minutes. And that has allowed Wheaton to get back within 10, but with 42 seconds left, this would be a pretty unlikely comeback for the Thunder. Well, coming up later on, we'll have the men's game between Wheaton and Elmhurst. Should be a fun matchup as well. Blue Jays get it into Bukata, and a reach-in foul. That is the 5th on Wheaton as a team here in the 4th quarter. Foul goes on Martin. 2 free throws here for Bukata as Hunter checks back into the game for the Thunder. And Bukata makes the first free throw. "21 points now. And make it 22. So Bukata has now scored 48 points in the first 2 games in the CCIW. 38 seconds to go and a 12-point edge for the Blue Jays. And Oliver loses it out of bounds. That is the 25th turnover for Wheaton. Shot clock is still on with 30 seconds left here. As Trumbach comes back on for Wheaton, as well as Kira Carragher. And it's into Cusack. Elmhurst trying to break the press, and they do with Bukata. And there is Steamer, and she gets fouled down underneath. So 2 free throws coming here for Steamer with 18 seconds to play. Foul goes on Trumbach. So 2 free throws here for Sierra Steamer, who has a double-double in this one, 11 points and 10 rebounds. So a really strong performance from her. And Kristen Bucata will head to the bench. Get some applause from the crowd. What a performance by her. 22 points, 5 assists on 8 of 13 shooting. Also went 6 of 7 from the free throw line. As Steamer makes the second free throw, so give her 12 and 10. 13-point lead and now a steal. Cusack for the easy 2, 73-58. And that is now 26 turnovers in this game for Wheaton. 14 steals for the Blue Jays as the final seconds wind down. And that'll do it for this one. Elmhurst wins it 73-58. And the Blue Jays pick up their first win in the CCIW this season. Kristen Bucata leading the way with 22 points, 5 assists. Sierra Steamer with a double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds. And the Blue Jays take advantage of some Wheaton turnovers, 26 of them. Blue Jays score 30 points off those turnovers, and it leads the way to a 73-58 win over the Wheaton Thunder. And a big win for the Blue Jays as they bounce back from the loss to Augustana. Good win on their home floor. We're going to take a quick break here from R.A. Fagenhall Hall. Coming up, we'll have the head coach, Cameron Tucker, after Elmhurst takes the win, 73-58. Welcome back to R.A. Fagenhall Hall. We're now joined by the head coach, Cameron Tucker, after a 73-58 win over the Wheaton Thunder as the Blue Jays pick up their first conference win of the season. Coach, your team was trailing by a point at halftime.
Yeah.
What was the difference in the second half?
Well, they went zone, and we've got a lot of drivers on our team. We gave Natalie Hardy a look, and she was on fire. She gets the game ball today. She hit some big shots. It kind of broke it open for us. And not only did she make shots, she got a lot of steals on the other end. That's a really good Wheaton team. They got in a little bit of foul trouble, which helped us out. But I'm really proud of the way our girls bounced back from Wednesday's loss, which was a little heartbreaking. We kind of lost some composure there at the end of the game. So I really am proud of the way our players came back and responded today.
You mentioned some of the steals. I think it ended up being 26 turnovers for Wheaton in this ball game at the end of the game. How proud were you of your team's defensive effort and intensity, especially in that second half?
Well, we probably surprised them. We went zone almost that entire game, and that's not something that we've shown really all year. We'll do it maybe after a timeout for one possession, but I was really concerned with how good they are with their 5-out motion and cutting, and I was really worried how our players would react to it. So we went a little bit more zone. But we did press into it, and they struggled against the press. We were doing a good job of taking away what they were trying to get done.
Kristen Bucata scores 22 points, so she's now got 48 points in 2 games in the CCIW. What can you say about her play and what she brings to your team?
She's a dream to coach. She brings it every possession, not only in the game, in practice. She's just a coach's dream. I can tell her something one time, and she's fine with it. She was bleeding that entire fourth quarter. And so when she was coming over to me, she was just hiding her jersey and hiding her thumb so that the refs wouldn't see her. And then she was jumping back. Like, that's just basketball and high IQ. So maybe I shouldn't have let her do that. But she's just a smart basketball player, and she's going to do those little things that help you win. And the other thing we talk about is offensive rebounding. And we had 16 today, and second chance points was 16-5. So, that's a difference in the game right there. And I'm really proud of the way our players are not only responding to Wednesday, but getting better as the season's going along.
You mentioned the bounce back from the tough loss against Augustana. You pick up the win today. What can you take away from this one moving forward the rest of the way?
I gave some players some extra minutes today. Like, I put Deja in, I put Hardy in. I want to keep mixing in players. Maybe it's not 20 minutes, but 2-3 minutes. See how they respond. And like Hardy today, she was on fire. So ride it as long as you can.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thanks very much for the time, and congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
That's head coach Cameron Tucker as Elmhurst picks up a 73-58 win over Wheaton. Stay tuned, as coming up, we'll have the men's game between the Blue Jays and the Thunder. Thanks to our producer and director, Greg Rosal. I'm Connor Klingen. And again, stay tuned. We'll have the men's game coming up for you in just about a half hour. Final in the women's game, Elmhurst takes it 73-58.